This is ESBR Boxing. Delighted to be joined by the new European champion, Charlie Edwards, here tonight at York Hall. Charlie, it's getting late. I know you've done a couple of interviews, but always appreciate your time. How are you feeling, new European champ?
You do not have to apologise to me, my friend. Yeah, it's good to be back. I'm so grateful for all your time. I've been kept in the dark for a very long time, so now I'm back in the light. I'm happy to be here, you know. I'm ecstatic with the performance. All credit to Thomas Essomba, tricky operator, but we knew that coming into the fight. We knew he was a true champion, a two-time Olympian. He's been away on home soils and beat people he shouldn't have beat. So we knew he was up against a good champion, but I'm a proper fighter, you know. I think I showed that when I fought Casemiro in my ninth fight. I fought for the English title in my fifth fight, so I've always been fast-tracked and always wanted proper fights. And all credit to Thomas, so I've got to show him a lot of respect and say thank you for the fight. I would have learnt a lot of lessons from that fight, which will better me moving forward into the world level against other tricky southpaws. So back-to-back southpaws, I'm happy, and yeah, man, I'm just looking forward to what's next.
Brilliant. When the final bell rang, how did you kind of have it in your head, on kind of online and ringside? Some people had it shut up to yourself, some people had it close. How did you have it?
To be fair, I think the scores were kind of fair, but I wouldn't argue with any of the scorecards. People could have seen it differently. I thought I was winning the majority of the rounds. A few rounds were close, that could have gone either way, but not really much happened, you know, in some of the rounds. He was doing a smart fight, you know. I would have liked him to come and have a go at me, because when I was saying, like, I'm going to knock you out, yeah, he knew if he come to me and I caught him with that right uppercut, I would have put him away, because sometimes he come in and I caught him, dinked him with it, and then he stepped back and I dinked him on top of the head, and he went back and then he slowed back down again. So when he did try to press the pace, he knew that was where the danger zone. So it is what it is. It was a good fight. I enjoyed it. I was too fit for my own good. I could have done 20 rounds at that pace, you know. So, like, with me sometimes, I want to get going. I want my heart rate to raise. So it weren't my favourite fight. It was a very technical chess match, which is good, because it puts me in a better position moving forward to world titles, because that's what it's going to be like at world level, you know. And over in Japan, there's a lot of southpaws, so it gives me another little string to my bow with another tricky southpaw.
Fantastic. Just a couple more from me, Charlie. Was there a bit more pressure on you tonight? This has been billed as family feud. Everyone knows the story with your brother, but compared to your other fights, you've been in big fights in the past. Was there more pressure tonight?
Do you know what? Pressure, yeah, there was pressure if you look at it from the outside. And at times, I felt like, oh, this is real now. Like when I see my brother fly in his Frank Lucas jacket, you know what I mean? Like playing the part. And he asked to come in the changing room, and I weren't going to let him in. But I thought, I'll let him in. And he come in, he was respectful, give him a kiss and that. Like, we love each other dearly, do you know what I mean? But I actually felt really calm. Like, it didn't even feel like I was fighting this week, you know. I just lapped it up. I enjoyed it. I just felt like, do you know what? I've developed so much. And the anxiety that I had going into last fight week with a cut and a back injury, that was real, that was dark, and the dark times I've had to go through, that was really dark. So this was, it's a challenge, it's what I wanted to do, it's what I've been praying for a very long time, to be back in. And you know what? Tonight actually felt like I was back in big time boxing, because the social media went absolutely crazy. Like David Hayes and big names was all sharing it and saying tune in. So like I'm in the right steps to back where I want to be, and I'm just grateful and I'm happy and thankful with God, who's put me on this path and brought me back into the light.
Yeah, well, fantastic, loud night at York Hall tonight. Final question from me, Charlie. I know people have been talking about potential Paul Butler fights. Yeah. You possibly going to Japan. If there were two options put in front of you with the same amount of money there, fight Paul Butler, whether it's in Liverpool or London, or go to Japan and fight for a world title again, what are you picking?
If the money was the same, I think I'd fight Paul Butler, because I believe I'll knock Paul Butler out or stop him. I really do. So I would do that, because that would propel me even more and probably earn me more money out in Japan. So that would be the route I would go. And I'm a proper fighter, and I want to give the British public and the British fans these fights, because as we've seen with the Riyadh season, when them fights happen, everyone wants to tune in, everyone wants to watch it. So we'll see what the options are. The good thing is, the silver lining is, I'm in the position to have the options on the table, finally, for all this time. So we'll sit back, we'll assess. We'll see what's there. We'll see if there is the opportunity to go and fight for a world title next in Japan. Obviously, I'm chasing legacy as well, and if I get a world title shot and I go and take one off a Japanese fighter and bring it back to British, then imagine Paul Butler. He would have to fight me even more. So we'll see. We'll see what happens and how it materialises. But I'm open to options, you know. I'm a fighter who's a proper fighter who wants to be in big fights, and I've waited a long time to get back here.
Really exciting times ahead. Charlie, once again, well done. Congratulations. We'll speak to you again soon.
Nice one. Thanks a lot.